What's up, it's you? For today's video, we're with full Flinching Moves Pokemon team. 4 years ago, I did a Flinching Moves team, and I thought, you know what, it's time to do another one because there's quite a few new Flinching moves, and there's quite a few new Pokemon to actually implement some cool strategies here. So I only use moves to attack that had a flinching chance, and I use some other status moves to help out my strategies in the battle as well. If you do want to come and battle me, and if you do want to come and watch the battles, theme teams, Pokemon sweeps, all that kind of stuff, you can follow me on twitch.tv/PIMPNITE. The link is in the description of the video. Come and drop me a follow if you haven't already. That's where I do all my streaming. So today we got 3 battles, and I really hope you enjoy them. These were absolute fire. These are some of the best battles I have with this team. So my first opponent, I've got no idea what their name is at all. I'm not sure what it says. Maybe it's a roast. Maybe they're saying, I love pickles or something. I don't really know. So we got a Grimmsnarl lead here. Definitely not going to use Reflected Prankster. And I've got my Melmetal right. Now this Melmetal set has got 3 flinching moves. We've got Double Iron Bash, we got Rock Slide, and we got the mighty Headbutt, right? I had to include Headbutt. Now, what I did on this team, I tried to include as many flinching moves as I humanly possibly could, right? So going for that Double Iron Bash does really good damage there to the Grimmsnarl. Now, looking at my little menu there, obviously I cut this bit out. I can see that that's going to be going for 8 turns, the Reflect, right? So I needed to stall it out or get rid of it somehow, right? Now, the Grimmsnarl's going to be swapping out, and the Melmetal is going to be coming in. So it's a shiny one. It could be G-Max. Anyway, so go for Double Iron Bash here, hoping I can get some flinches and maybe stall out, right, the couple of turns we got here, a little bit more than a couple of turns of the Reflect, right. Now, I've got Quick Claw on this Melmetal, Jolly Nature, only up in my shell, and we've got Max Attack and Max Speed, right, and I've got Thunder Wave too. So this strategy is going to be super all based around paralyzing the opponent, outspeeding with Melmetal, and hitting them hard with Headbutt. And of course, Double Iron Bash. And I've also got Rock Slide too. So that's the strategy all based around Melmetal. Now, what I needed to do here, right, since there was like 6 more turns to actually get around the Reflect, right, I needed to get as many flinches or like paralyzers as possible, right. So we got a nice little paralyze there on the Melmetal. At this stage, I was like, okay, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to take this Melmetal out. But if I can stall out those, you know, maybe like 5 more turns, that'll be really good. Because then I can swap something in and take it out here. So getting another flinch there on the Melmetal, I was like, oh, cool, let's go for a Headbutt. But going for Headbutt, instead of using its nut, right, it uses its fist. So it's like, I don't know, a fist butt. Anyway, a fist butt. Okay, so we're going to go for a Headbutt again, but we don't get that second flinch. I was a little bit disappointed there. And another Earthquake is going to take me down to 29 health right there. So I've got to basically get... I reckon I've got to get about 4 or 5 flinches to take this thing out, right? But, yeah, the chances were very low at this point, right? So we're going to get 2 hits there, and I get another flinch. It's like, okay, that's cool. The Reflect has now worn off, which is very important. So mission accomplished there. Go for another Double Iron Bash here. Obviously, we're going to go for 2 more hits there. And I get another flinch on the Melmetal, which is absolutely amazing. I need to get 1 more flinch on Double Iron Bash. Then I can go for a Disrespect Headbutt. I mean, a Handbutt, right? So go for my second Double Iron Bash there on the Melton. It just lives there. And guess what, people? We get the flinch so I can go for the mighty Handbutt there. And the great thing about the Disrespect Handbutt, I get a critical hit too. They have got to have been salty about that one. Like, did you honestly think I would have won that 1v1 matchup at the start? There's no way you would have thought. Like, I was doubting myself. Next Pokemon to come in is Grimmsnarl. Instead of going for a Reflect there, it's going to go for a Light Screen. So, like, okay, it didn't really matter whether it went for a Reflect or not. I was going to take it out with a Double Iron Bash regardless, right? So, Melmetal takes out Dr. Willy there. Thank you, Dr. Willy, for that Light Screen and Reflect. And we're going to take 2 Pokemon out. So, we're off to a flying start here, right? Now, the next Pokemon that's going to be coming in here is Milotic. The best thing I can do against this is go for the Thunder Wave. Unfortunately, Quick Claw does not activate, and Melmetal is going to go down. Not that I'm complaining. I had an amazing run against the opposing Melmetal, so I'm happy with that, right? Now, my next Pokemon to come in here is my Togedemaru. Now, Togedemaru's got quite a few flinching moves. We've got Zing Zap, Fake Out, and Zen Headbutt. Now, the EVs are similar to Melmetal, right? We've got Max Speed and Max Attack, and I've got Jolly Nature here too, right? My ability is Sturdy, and the item is Rocky Helmet. So I can play some games with, Spiky Shield and Rocky Helmet damage, and of course Fake Out too. You can rack up a nice little bit of damage roll, chip damage against the opponent. So in comes Scumbreon there. It's going to be a bulky Stoli set. We know that already. Nice shiny though, I've got to admit. It's my favorite. It's my favorite shiny out of all the evolutions. So swapping out my Togedemaru, and we're going to go into Scum Kiss here. This is a Serene Grace set. Obviously, I had to run at least 1 Serene Grace Pokemon here, right? Now, this Tokyo set did have Air Slash, but it did have some other cool moves as well. So we got Air Slash, we got Nasty Plot, we've got Twister Ride. Twister. So I've got extra sentry on this one as well. So I could go for Twister. Now, Twister is like a horrible base power. So I really need to get that Nasty Plot up to get some fire damage, right? Now, on this one, I had max speed and max special attack. Toxic is going to miss there, which is very unfortunate for the Umbreon. Normally, Umbreon would have got hit by a fairy type move now, so I was sort of lucky about that I didn't go for that. However, we got the Thunderous coming in, and Thunderous is going to take the Air Slash, which is not going to do a lot of damage, right? So now Thunderous is going to be going for a Thunderbolt here. Tokus is just going to leave that one on a health, which is great, because that's going to enable me to get off a extra sentry damage, right? So putting the Thunderous below half health, which is pretty much mission accomplished there. It's a very good Pokemon. Like, my opponent's team was very good compared to mine, as you can probably already see, right? So down goes the Tokus there, and the light screen's gone, which is good. If that light screen wasn't there, I'd say I would have taken out the Thunderous. Next Pokemon to come in is Togedemaru, getting my Togi Pokemon mixed up. And we got the Milotic coming in. So, okay, Milotic's going to be coming in to this, right? So I can go for Fake Out, and then I can simply go for a Zing and then a Zap and hopefully take out this Milotic, right? Now, Milotic I know's got Scald, so they're going to obviously try and go for the burn there and make my attacks do nothing, right? But hopefully I can get some Zinging Zap flinches soon, right? So go for that Zing Zap there, does half health, and we don't get a flinch, which is very unfortunate. Now Milotic's going to go for a Scald. So we do about the same damage to each other, like real talk. Maybe the Milotic's got a little bit more sustain there with the leftovers, right? So I can go for another Zing Zap here. I thought the Thunderous may come in, but I was like, you know what? Let's risk it for the biscuit there. Go for the Zing Zap, and Milotic gets flinch, which was perfect. Now it's a little bit riskier to go for another Zing Zap. Or should I go for Zen Headbutt? Decide to go for the Zing Zap there, and Milotic is going to be going down. I almost went for Zen Headbutt, expecting the Thunderous to come in there. Maybe they didn't want to risk any more damage in case they went for another move. Next Pokemon is Umbreon again there. And I can't do a lot to Umbreon at this stage. All I can do is go for Zing Zaps and hope for the best. Now, you're probably thinking, why didn't you put Iron Head onto Togedemaru for? Like, why did you do that for? Another Pokemon has got Iron Head on my team, right? And I didn't want to double up on flinching moves on my Pokemon. I did actually try and put as many flinching moves on this team as humanly possible. Now, I was going through the list as well. It was surprising how many of the flinching moves actually got removed from the game. I was a little bit sad how many got removed, but it is what it is, right? Hopefully, we'll see them again. So this Umbreon song and dance for a little while with a Wish here. I went for Spiky Shield because it had Payback as its attacking move, right? Normally, they got Foul Play. Sometimes you'll see them with a Payback, right? Most of the time, Foul Play outclasses Payback, but you know, that is what it is, right? So we're going to get some more damage there on the Spiky Shield, and Umbreon's going to get most of his health back. Now, I really need to hit Umbreon hard, and I need to hit it fast, right? Togedemaru, it doesn't really hit hard. You're mostly relying on flinches from Zing Zap, and it's good for scouting and doing some nice chip damage. It really couldn't break through a real, like, you know, quality stalling Pokemon like Umbreon, right? With Wish support as well, which is nasty. Now, I was thinking maybe they'll go for a Wish Pass onto Thunderous here. I'm thinking they're going to swap into Thunderous very soon, because all I've done is Zing Zap, really. I haven't really done Zen Headbutt a lot. And in comes the Thunderous here. Now, I know they're going to get a Volt Absorb here, but I was thinking, well, Wish is going to get most of their health back anyway, so I wasn't really, you know, too cut up about that, you know, swap in there. They were always going to get their health back eventually from Umbreon. Now, at this stage, Togedemaru seemed fairly useless. I couldn't do a lot against it, so I'm just going to let it faint. There's no point in actually keeping it in there. It had runner's race in its use, right? So I've lost half my team. They've lost half their team, but I feel like I've played pretty well so far, right? So bringing in my Yabano here, I really had to nerf this thing down. I was running a mix set on this, so it's actually quite fun. So we've got Dragon Miss, Sky Miss, Dank Pulse, and Hone Claws. So Hone Claws is there to obviously increase the accuracy of my first two moves. And then we got Dank Pulse on there to get a couple of finishes too, so we can make it like a mix set, right? At this stage, I had to get rid of this Thunderous or the Umbreon. They were way too bulky, right? I just wasn't simply doing enough damage. Now, I thought the Thunderous may be inclined to stay in here. I could go for the Dynamax, a Max Airstream, outspeed it the next turn, get some damage on it, and take it out with a physical Dragon type move. They'd probably expect me to be special as well. So go for that Dynamax Yabano. It's a big flying piece of bacon. I had some bacon this morning. It was straight fire. It was really good. Okay, if you had to make a choice, right, what would you have? You're only allowed to make one choice. You can have bacon or you can have smoked salmon. What would you prefer? Personally, I actually quite like smoked salmon a little bit more, but I did enjoy my bacon this morning. Anyway, back to the battle. Sorry about that. I was getting a little bit hungry looking at that Yavano. So go for that max airstream there, and Scumbrion lives on a little bit. It lives on 1 health. The merch is available, people. Below. Check that merch out. Okay, so we got the Scumbrion living on 1 health. I'm going to go for a double max airstream there, and Umbreon finally goes down, which is finally going to put an end to their boring stalling capacity, which is great. Now, we've got another really great Pokemon left on their team too. I'm very, very scared of it. Outside of Thundurus too, as you'll see in a hot minute. So we got the Thundurus going for the Desperation Dynamax now. They have to go for it. There's no other way they're going to be getting back into this battle right. Now, I've got one more turn of Dynamax left, but I had a sneaking suspicion they were going to go for Max Guard and burn out one turn of Dynamax so they wouldn't take any damage right. This Pokemon was a very, very big problem. If you notice, though, when you take out Togedemaru, a fair bit of my team was actually weak to Electric, right, which I was a little bit scared about, right? So go for that Max Whirlwind coming off the Dragon Rush there, and it's going to be protecting. You got to use protection sometimes, people. So I've got my Yavano. I can go for the Dragon Miss here. We're going to land it, actually. It does pretty good quality damage, though. I'm quite happy with that. And here comes the Max Lightning. We've got 3 minutes left in this battle, basically because their Umbreon stalled so much. At probably the midpoint of or probably the 3/4 mark of the game, right? So your Yveltal is going to be going down here, obviously, and there's one more turn of Dynamax left on the Thundurus. Now, we got 2 more Pokemon remaining, and in comes the unit himself, Registeel. Now, Registeel, this set is absolutely wild, right? We've got on this one, Stomp, Fling, Rock Polish, and Iron Head. Now, I had to be speedy and I had to get it fast, right? So I went for the Rock Polish here. I thought I might just be able to live one of the electric type moves on a little bit of health there, but they went for Max Guard. So I was like, okay, we got the speed up. That's very, very good. They're definitely going to be attacking me in the next turn, right? So they're out of their Dynamax now. They've got one more Pokemon after this, and I was very, very scared of it. So 2 minutes left this battle. I'm going to go for the Fling here. Now, Fling doesn't have a chance of flinching at all. However, if you attach a King's Rock or a Razor Claw to it, it's got a 100% chance of flinching. So free damage, right? So we're going to go for a Stomp, Registeel, only on PIMPNITE channel here. We're going to flinch, which is beautiful. So I'm going to step on that Thundurus again. Look at those feet. Look at those feet. And we get 2 flinches with Stomp in a row. You wouldn't read about it. I can just imagine my opponent's face at the moment. They're probably thinking, what is going on? So then they salty swapped out their Thundurus, and then in comes the Marshadow. I tried to step on a Ghost, but it just slid right through. So we got 49 seconds in this battle. I'm going to go for a Scumbag Iron Head here, hoping for the best, hoping the flinch. It doesn't happen. Marshadow's going to go for a knockoff here. It's not going to knock anything off because there's no item there. Like, you can't knock the item off if it's not there. So they're going to lose some health there from the Life Orb. I can go for another Iron Head here. I feel like I could live a Drain Punch badly here too. So go for the Iron Head. Marshadow's going to take lots of damage, and then we get a flinch, people. That, my friends, is game. I can outspeed all of their remaining Pokemon. 20 seconds of the battle left, and then they salty cancel at the end instead of waiting 20 seconds. Hope you enjoyed the first battle, and I'm not sure my opponent was. Thank you for the game. Hope you enjoyed all those flinches. I sure did. Okay, so my next opponent is CamoJo. This one was also on the Wycombe, and of course, we've got another very salt-filled battle. Now, the first Pokemon to come out here, right, is the, what's his name? Potato Jack. Okay, it's not a, was it Potato Jack? Anyway, I actually feel like a potato right now. So go for a Big Jack, not Potato Jack. A Big Jack like the burger. Wasn't there something like McDonald's had the Big Mac, right? And then Hungry Jack's had the Big Jack, and then they sued each other? And then, I don't know, maybe, no, he's just made up, I'm not sure. Anyway, I'm sure someone knows about that. So Big Jack's going to swap out there, and in comes Whopper. I'm only joking, in comes Howard. So Howard the Trevenant, right, is going to be coming in here, and it's going to be taking very, very little damage from my Zen Headbutt. Got to swap out here. I smell a Willow Mist from a mile away, right? So we're going to go into Togekiss because we smell a Willow Mist. Now, I do have the Lumbear on this. If it did hit and it did use it, I would instantly heal off there, which would be kind of nice. Not that I'm really worried about being burnt anyway, because I was running a special set. So Lumbear is going to kick in there nicely. Now I can either go for a nasty plot here or go for Air Slash. I decided to go for Air Slash because I wanted to see what item they actually had, whether they were going to be running like a berry there. I do not get a flinch, and Trevenant is going to be having a Citrus Berry. Oh, it's like that Executor from the other day all over again here, people. Trust me, trust me. So they're going to go for a Horn Leech there, and they don't leech very much health back at all. Now the problem about this is I can go for a nasty plot here, and they're going to get Harvest back like straight away. So I almost need to one-shot this thing or flinch it to take it out. Trevenant's going to be swapping out here, and in comes the Sylveon. So I was like, okay, Sylveon's very bulky on the special side, and if they got Assault Vest or something like that, it's going to be even bulkier, right? So I get a nasty plot up here. Unfortunately, I can't use Twister. I wanted to try use Twister on a Fairy type just to use it, but I couldn't. So go for the Air Slash. It's a solid 3 hit. Toxic is going to miss. That was very, very unlucky there. That would have been quite annoying if they did poison me. Now, I had to make the big decision in life here to go for the Air Slash, the turn after this, or to go for the extra sentry. So getting a flinch on the Air Slash with the Serene Grace. Obviously, Serene Grace doubles the chance of the flinches happening, right? So we got leftovers on the Silver instead of Assault Vest there. Going for Galaxy Brain extra sentry, and it doesn't flinch. Oh, damn it. I wanted to get the extra sentry flinch off and some salt, but it didn't happen. Unfortunately there, this Sylveon is going to poison me. I mean, Air Slash could have missed there too, like when you look at it that way. It could have missed. So Sylveon's got a little bit of health left. It's pretty much useless. They can't really do much with it, so I can easily take it out, right? The only bad thing is Togekiss is poisoned too. So going for another extra instant here. I wish I could have gone for a Twister. That would have been amazing, right? Don't worry. We got some more Togekiss action in a second. So Togekiss is going to take some more toxic damage. And the next Pokemon to come out here, right, is going to be the Porygon Z. So like, okay, it's Twister time, people. So go for Twister. Absolutely mad animation there. They must have spent ages on that one. And it doesn't flinch. Man, I would have loved that to flinch. Porygon Z is going to come in there and take me out with a Tri-Attack. And Togekiss is going to be going down. I lose my first Pokemon. I was sad, people. I wish I could have got that Twister flinch. Anyway, in comes Togedemaru here. We can get some free chip damage with the Fake Out, but I knew they'd expect me to go for Fake Out, right? So I was like, you know what? I should go for Zen Headbutt, expecting that, and Zen Headbutt misses, which is really unfortunate. So go for Zen Headbutt again. This time, it's not going to miss. Unfortunately, it just isn't doing any damage to like Trevenant at all. There's no way I can get around this Trevenant, right? It's way too bulky. It's revealed that it's got Horn Leech. It's revealed that it's got Will-O-Wisp, and it's revealed, obviously, that it's got like a Ghost-type move. I'm guessing it's got a Ghost-type move for its last one, right? I'd say maybe, I don't know, Shadow Claw or Phantom Force, something like that. So I'd say that's going to be like the 4 moves it's going to be using, right? So going for Zen Headbutt here. At this stage, Leech Seed, it's its other move, of course. So that was its 4th move, so it's got a lot of stalling capacity right now. Now, Togedemaru, looking at the rest of the team in the team preview, really the only one that I could maybe be handy to use against is Conkeldurr, but then it could use Drain Punch and just get its health back, right? So I didn't want to use that as a sacrifice for Conkeldurr. I was happy for this thing probably to feint against the Trevenant if I couldn't do any good damage to it after a while, right? So I swapped out and I thought, if I do have troubles with Trevenant for any longer after this Moltres, I'm just going to let it feint and swap something else in. So we got this Shadow Claw coming from the Trevenant. It's going to do very, very little damage, right? Obviously, it's not very effective. Now, this Moltres set is fire. What we're going to do first is go for a substitute, right? Now, I didn't actually get to explain this in the first one, I believe. No, I didn't. So this has got Fiery Wrath. It's got Rest. It's got Snore, right, with Throat Spray. Now, the whole thing about this set, right, is to go for the Fiery Wrath when I can, obviously, right? But I really want to boost my special attack and use Snore at the same time. So the obviously the ability is Berserk. So you can actually deliberately make the opponent damage you below half health, get Berserk to kick in, and then rest off again, and then spam Snore and get the flinches. Throat Spray will kick in there, and you get a +1 in special attack, and then do the same thing over and over and over again. And then go for a Fiery Wrath whenever you need to. Say you're versing a ghost like Trevenant, you can do that, right? So at this stage, Trevenant pretty much couldn't do much to me at all. I could just keep spamming Fiery Wrath. I only really had to get 1 flinch here, and then Trevenant was going to be going down, right? So doing some big damage there, and it lived on 1 health. Again, the merch is available, and it's going to be going for a Horn Leech here. Desperately trying to break my substitute, right? And hoping that the Harvest will kick in for them. They got a 50% chance. They've actually had pretty good Harvest luck throughout this whole battle here. Finally, we're going to be able to take out this Trevenant. It's been stalling us for like half the game here, and Fire Wrath is going to end its entire career. So we've taken out 2 Pokemon, which is good. Now, that's fine. We got Trevenant on 0 health. We got the Sylveon on 0 health. We still have the Conkeldurr and the Porygon Z left. Now, in comes Darmanitan here. I thought, all right, let's go for Fire Wrath and see how much this will actually do to Darmanitan, right? That's pretty good health. We do have a half health there. We don't get a flinch, unfortunately, and now Darmanitan is going to go for the Flare Blitz, and that is going to take me out. The only good thing about that is Darmanitan is going to take some recoil damage there, and I know that it's not Choice Scarf either, so that was some information that I got from that encounter. Next Pokemon is Togedemaru here. I was hoping I could maybe get some fake out chip damage on that to finish it off, and then Rocky Helmet, but they didn't want a bar of that one at all swapping up. So I went for the Zing Zap here. Zing Zap does pretty much no damage to Big Jack at all. Is a Big Jack actually taste nice, or is it just like a Whopper? Anyway, back to the battle. I'm going to go for the Spiky Shield here. I don't eat any of that sort of food, so I'm just kind of curious, right, how it differs. So we got to go for the Spiky Shield here, and Big Jack's going to take some more damage there to its bun, and I'm going to go for a Zen Headbutt in. Hopefully I can get a flinch and then go for it again to get another flinch right. Unfortunately, Zen Headbutt does do super effective damage, but it doesn't flinch, and Conkeldurr is going to use Drain Punch like I knew it was going to, right? Now, the only good thing about that is I didn't have a lot of health, right? So it got a bit of health back, but then Rocky Helmet sort of takes that health away, so it's about in the same position it was before, and hasn't revealed Mach Punch yet, so maybe it doesn't have Mach Punch. Now we're going to be going into Registeel. Registeel was absolute gold the last battle, so I had to bring the big boy back in. So go for the stomp again. Look at the animation. And Big Jack is going to get run over by a car. It's going to get stepped onto the store. One time when I was in the store, right, I seen this kid step on a burger, and he just went A over T and just like slid everywhere. The chips went everywhere. The Coke went everywhere. He was crazy. Anyway, Darman is going to come in and go for a superpower. Now, if that wasn't choice banded, that was actually, that crit actually mattered, that if that wasn't choice banded. So, I don't know what my opponent's item was there, but they were lucky if it wasn't choice banned, right? Next Pokemon here is Yveltal, and we're going to go, I could go for anything here. I thought maybe I could Dynamax here and go for Max Airstream. We got the Darmanitan swapping out here, and we got the Porygon Z swapping in. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to go for Hone Claws here. Let's do Hone Claws, and we'll see what they have. I think they're choice banned, though. I'm quite confident that they are choice banned. So go for Hone Claws there. I can go for 100% accuracy Sky Attack now. Sky Attack has a chance of flinching, and it's got a very, very high base power too. Now, the item on my Yveltal is Power Herb, so I can activate that real quick there. It's going to be outspeeding the Porygon, and Porygon Z is not going to be liking that one. It's going to be getting destroyed there. So all they've got left is 2 more Pokemon, and Darmanitan is one, and the Cloyster is the other. Now, I know they're going to go for a Desperation Shell Smash here. Go for the Dank Pulse, underestimating my mix set. They're going to live on 1 health, and I flinched them. I flinched them on 1 health, and it lived on 1 health, and then they Baby Bottle cancelled the battle. There we go, 2 people. That is 2 cancels in a row there. Man, that was some love. I'm harvesting salt today. All right, we got 1 more battle here. This is against Hayato. Okay, Hayato. Let's do it, my man. So, Hayato is going to be having... it's going to be having a Shuckle lead. So, unfortunately for me, right, I'd lead with Melmetal this time. So, I could go for a double Iron Bash all night long, baby, right? So, let's go for that. Hopefully, it doesn't have Rocky Helmet or anything along those lines, right? So, go for that, a double Iron Bash. And Shuckle is going to be having a Berry, which is... a little bit annoying there. Very annoying, to say the least, because now it's going to be able to get a Stealth Rock, Sticky Web up, you know, one of those 2 things, unless you get a flinch right. And I didn't get a flinch, which is unfortunate. Now, Shuckle's going to be putting that Sticky Web down there, but it's gone. That's fine. It's a very bulky Pokemon. I mean, if I didn't have Melmetal, I might have had a few troubles actually taking this out. So I was quite happy that I led with that, and I'd led with Melmetal, right? So down goes Shuckle there, which is going to give me a very nice early little lead there. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here against my metal was the Cinderace. Now, Cinderace can use literally Ember here to take me out. I get a quick animation, right? It was hype, and then I went for the Rock Slide. It landed, right? And that did so much damage to Cinderace, almost taking it out there and getting the flinch. That was a very, very important turn there. Now, swapping out the Melmetal, right, I'm thinking right quick. I can go into Togedemaru, tank the Pyro Ball, right, and then go for a Fake Out or a Spiky Shield, right. So here comes the Pyro Ball. The only bad thing is if I do get burned by it, it's going to be sort of a waste there. So I'm going to get that Sturdy kicking in real quick, and then I can go for a Fake Out and take it out. So go for Fake Out, and Cinderace is going to be going down there. I thought that was worthwhile doing that because I didn't lose a Pokemon, and I felt like Melmetal was going to be a little bit more important than Togedemaru in these battle matchups, right? So in comes Zachary Zacion himself. He's going to be able to take me out there with the karate chop. There's not a lot I can do right here. So go for the spiky shield there, trying to get a little bit of damage on my opponent, and that's pretty much all I can do, right? This thing is stacked with its +1 in attack, right? So getting some nice damage here on the spiky shield. I went for a double scumbag spiky shield, but it failed, unfortunately, and they're going to go for another sacred sword here, and Togedemaru is going to be going down there. It would have been good if I got another one, then the Rocky Helmet, because I almost would have got half health there. That's a fair bit. Okay, Togedemaru, you did a great job there. Let's go into Melmetal. Now, I was hoping here I could get a Thunder Wave of the Melmetal Quick Claw strategy, right? Unfortunately, it's going to be going for a close combat. I'm like, what? It's got Sacred Sword and Close Combat. They were not playing around with their fighting type moves, right? So I'm guessing they've got Behemoth Blade as another move and possibly like, you know, Crunch or Player Up as the remaining move there. So going into Yvonne now, I'm hoping they don't go for a Behemoth Blade here. I don't think they will. I think they might go for a player off or something like that. So I'm going to be going for Dynamax here. And I'm going to be going for a Max Airstream to boost my speed. And then I'm going to take this thing out. This thing is a very, very threatening Pokemon. Like, in any battle, this thing is just overpowered, right, with its ability. So I go for that Dynamax Yvonne here. I gotta say, if someone did randomly battle me and looked at my team, they probably thought it was like quite a sweaty team. But I try to put in some memes there to make it like fun to use, right? So they're gonna go for a close combat. Boy, that still did a lot of damage there. If I didn't Dynamax, I think that would have taken me out, or very, very close, right? So go for the Max Airstream there. That's gonna give me a +1 in my speed. And another Pokemon lived on 1 health. The merchant available, people. It happened again. That's like the 3rd or 4th time in this video. So now I can go for a double Max Airstream, and that is going to take out Zacion there. Goodbye, Zachary. You were a worthy opponent there. You took out a lot of my team. So I've got +2 in speed, and I've still got one more turn of my Dynamax here. However, my opponent hasn't Dynamaxed himself. So this battle could, you know, turn around really, really quickly if things go bad. So in comes the Zeraora here. That is why I went for another Max Airstream too. I knew they had Zeraora in the back. Zeraora is extraordinary fast air, so it still would have been able to outspeed me. With +2, you know, I was going to be right as rain there. So we got the Dynamax Zeraora there. Looks very nice, shiny. I've always liked this Pokemon shiny. Looks good like that. The white, the black, and the yellow really like sort of, you know, protruding out of its white paws and head. So go for the Max Whirlwind here, hoping for an attack drop there, hoping to go first and getting an attack drop, so everything sort of worked out there. And if this thing does attack me, I feel like I could maybe be able to live this badly and then go for a Dragon Miss afterwards, hopefully. So they're going to go for, I say Plasma Fist there. It does really, really small damage. So that's very, very good there. I tanked that very nicely. So obviously I won't live the next one. But I stored out 1 turn of Dynamax, which is going to be very, very good, right? Now, I can go for some more damage, and then they'll only have, like, 1 more turn of Dynamax left, so I could possibly send in maybe Registeel could come in here. I was thinking that because it's bulky enough, you know, and they're only going to have, like, -1 in attack too, right? So that's not going to take me out, even if they go for a Plasma Fist, right? So Yvonne is going to go down there. I do a little bit of damage, and I'm happy with that matchup, right? That was fine. Into Registeel now, the MVP, and Registeel, I got to get that Rock Polish up, right? That is my strategy here. So here comes the obvious Max Knuckle here. Max Knuckle's not going to do much at all there. It's not going to do much. It's about a 3-hit KO, right? So they're going to get +1 attack. So the original attack is now back. I can go for a Rock Polish, and hopefully I'll be able to outspeed this, right? I've got max speed, and, you know, that normally puts me around in the 400s of speed, right? Zeraora is going to be out of its Dynamax, and now I've got the ability to go for Iron Head, Fling, or Stomp. So firstly, straight up, I want to stall out that electric terrain if things go nasty, so we're going to go for the Fling, and Fling that King's Rock over. Instantly, they're going to get Flinch. So that's good. Now I'm going to go for the Stomp here, and hopefully I can get a Flinch or Stomp or live the next day. Stomp almost takes him out there. Unfortunately, I did not get the Flinch, and Close Combat is not enough to take out Registeel there, which is great. So Stomp can take out the Zeraora after this, and once again, Registeel with Stomp. There better be some comments about this Registeel with Stomp. Like, I'll be quite sad if there isn't. And Zeraora is going to go down to Registomp. I should have called it Registomp. That's actually a really good name for it. Now, that's 4 Pokemon down. The next is Giratina. Well, I can't stop this thing. It's a ghost, and it's going to be going forward. There's Shadow Sneak, and Registeel is going to, unfortunately, be going down there. Now, I've got 2 more Pokemon left here. I've got Togekiss with Twister. So I was like, all right, I might be able to get a nasty plot. up, set it up in its face, then go for a twister. So outspeeding Giratina, which is very, very nice there, and getting a +2 in special attack. So the time is now to go for twister, and then the Giratina is going to go for a Shadow Force. I'm like, uh-oh, this is bad, because when you think about it now, they sort of got the advantage. They can go for Shadow Force, hit me, and then go for Shadow Sneak right afterwards, right? So I'm going to have to withstand 2 attacks, which is... I don't think it's going to happen, right? So here comes the Shadow Force, does a lot of damage there. I just lived on 15 health, however, now they can go for a Shadow Sneak and take me out there. Look, for argument's sake, I could have gone for a Twister there, and they may not have got flinched anyway. I would have done no damage. Last Pokemon is Moltres. Once again, I can't use Snore on this thing. However, I've left a special little bonus at the end of this video with Moltres in action with Snore. I do hope you watch it. It's just a little blooper there, which I found quite funny. Anyway, you got to check it out. I hope there's something about that in the comment section too. So we got the Giratina, not doing very much damage to me at all. We're going to go for the Fiery Rathia, and that is enough to take out the Giratina. So there's one more Pokemon left here. I get an unnecessary crit there. And this last Pokemon is going to be quite threatening, right? Because it's going to be able to outspeed me. It's a Dragon Pulse. It's like, okay, is it going to be physical or special? They're going to go for a Dragon Darts here. So the first dart didn't do much damage. However, the second dart is going to put me in range of Berserk. Berserk's going to kick in real quick. They're giving me a +1 in special attack. Now I can go for the Fire Wrath. I was like, this should take out Dragapult from this range with +1. And it does in one shot. And that, my friends, is all 3 battles. I really hope you enjoy this. I'll catch you tomorrow and enjoy the bloopers. Peace out, folks.